I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. For the ones new to the channel, Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Lord willing that they can continue to endure and be sincere. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit, teaching this word and believing this word. Lord willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwat Yam that are believers of His faith and His truth. Lord willing that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. Lord willing to most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You know, I got Yahawashi on my mind this morning, leaving work. Lord willing, I get to do this video going into the topic of Yahawashi is our ransom. You know, we getting days closer to Passover, you know, for the ones that's actually doing the lunar Shabbat, the correct one. Passover is March 13th on a Thursday. New moon is this Thursday. And the day of Shabbat is going to be a full moon. And, you know, I guess with information going across, it's going to be a blood moon. So again, Yahawashi is our ransom. And when you go and get the etymology for the word ransom, right, it means some paid for the release of a prisoner or a captured man, also redemption from damnation, right? And Yahawashi is our ransom for redemption from damnation, man. This is why every day, you know, this is why, especially for the men of the Lord, you shall always have doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, you know, the first thing on your mind, right? Let alone praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, begging the Lord, right? Repenting unto the Lord that you in this flesh, making your requests known daily, not once in a while, making your requests known daily unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, right? What Yahawashi has done for us through Yahweh, nobody on earth has ever did anything like Yahawashi has done for us. And being in captivity, so like I'm about to get a hiccup. Being in captivity, we lost our way. When the Lord brought, you know, brought that falling away, it was all set for the end time, because when Yahawashi came on the earth, that was the sign of that end time. Then when he gave up the ghost, right, and said it was finished, we in the end game. You know, this is truly the end game, right? But it's for the elect. You know, Yahawashi laid himself down for the whole nation of Israel, but who's going to reap the benefits of that resurrection when Yahawashi comes back is going to be the elect, starting with the elect that's already in the spirit world, that's going to come back with them, talking about the men, right? The rest of the elect that's in the spirit world, right? And even the ones that's standing on the earth when he arrives, because there's going to be some that actually get into the spirit world right before his coming, right? Because it's going to be chaos, man. Like the elder was saying to me, I feel like he was saying it to me, but it was they live where he said, when you come in his truth, you got to know what you signed up for. And ever since, you know, I've fully been dedicated to the elder apostles, the men that are sincere in Great Millstone, you know, all because of, you know, the Lord used Brother Yarmayan and Daniela at the time, you know, to speak about Great Millstone. And me and the brothers that I labor with, you know, we fully are dedicated to bring forth 100% of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi's doctrine, you know. And that just comes to us believing more in Hamashiach Yahawashi, you know, what he has done for us. And since we all have the ability of teaching, you know, through the Spirit, got to be thankful that man's going to the Lord. The Lord moved us through the Spirit in the GMS bosom, right, to be able to water and plant seeds so that the Lord can make it grow. And the elders that's in there is always pushing, teach, you know, study, read, go over your notes, right? Watch videos, right? Don't sit and be idle, right? And, you know, with that vibration and that push, you know, instead of thinking about a party for a feast day, you know, having the men of the Lord when high holy days come, most of us is separated from our women if we do, because we get in with the brothers, right? Because that's how we build this church, is really the men. When we think about Yahawashi, when he had his Passover, it was with men. You know, women have their part in this thing, but it's about the men, right? Especially if you are a man of the Lord, if the Lord has you teaching the prophecies, the parables, the dark sayings, and the milk, actually teaching the whole volume of the book, your life consists with your brothers majority of the time, right? Because even if you're not around your brothers, you watching videos through the Spirit, you are connected. You know, it's like a Wi-Fi connection. You know, all last night I'm thinking of things, and then when I get done, I watch a video. You know, I had this negative thought because it was about Jacob Trouble, you know, my child, and it was just me thinking negative. And I was listening to the word. Next thing you know, my signal was still working, but none of my app to hearing the word or the Bible app wasn't working at all. And I started thinking, why am I, like, maybe it's probably because I was thinking negative the way I was. So I had to stop doing what I'm doing and had to acknowledge the Lord, like I was wrong for thinking this way, like because of certain things, for my own reason why I was thinking that, because of the day it was yesterday. And you know, I had to beg and call on the Lord to remove that mindset, to move that thought. Smile, went back to, you know, my area of work, turned my phone on, and then the app and everything started working. You know, and me just bringing that up, you know, when that moment happened, I thought of Yahawashi Yahawashi. So even more, when we talking about ransom, the main point is that some paid for the release or redemption from damnation, right? And Yahawashi paid that penalty for us, right? So Lord willing, I can go into that, going into Leviticus the 16th chapter about the atonement. You know, when with the high priest was making atonement for himself, for his household, and the congregation of Israel, and Yahawashi, you know, was doing the atonement of him for himself, for his past life being Solomon, right, for his household, and for the congregation of Israel. You know, and the more you grow in his faith, the more serious you start to really think of your salvation, right? You really want it. You know, you really want it. You humble yourself. Hey, the Lord can make me a 2/3. He could do this. But I want it. I want it. You know, you praying to the Lord. You making your requests known every day. But it's really the Rakakwadash within you that's pushing you to call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. And sometimes you do it, and say if you take a moment and you're not praying, your spirit is giving intercession unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi on your behalf. You know, you have to know how important it is that Yahawashi put himself in a position of being a ransom. But it was really Yahweh's plan, and Yahawashi just showed the example of obedience, right? And we have to make that obedience ourselves. First, talking to you men and you women, every day you should be making the obedience to be better. I know we all in the flesh, but we all have roles, especially if you're a wife. You should be perfecting how you know your foremothers were, because in the kingdom you're going to be the way that the scriptures is set up for the women. Let alone you're going to be in the fashion your husband wants you. That's why when you know, when the elder apostle said we're Salaki, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, you women should be rehearsing how to be a wife, right? How to be a piece to your husband, right? How to be somebody that a servant, you know, under your husband, right? You have to rehearse that, right? So that the little things that you do on this side for your household, for your husband, right? Even you taking care of yourself, making sure that you look good for your husband, not in a competition with another woman, but making yourself look good, you know, for your husband, right? Especially if this is a man of the Lord. Don't wait for the kingdom for all your blemishes to be removed. You should be, if you see the diligent search and the diligent movement of your husband, you should be doing the diligent movement too. Yahawashi did this for all the elect, but it's really for all Israel, but the elect is going to reap that benefit, starting with the men, the women, and the children. That's why all of us should be doing our best, either having conversation of the Lord, right? Hey, like Jeremiah was talking about health, like it's in the time, yo, getting into eating fruit, getting into you know, and we getting older, right? Getting into removing certain things, you know, eating certain things that's breaking down the insides, right? Things that's more healthy for you, right? It's time for us to prepare for the worst, right? Get yourself into fasting, get yourself into growing in faith, get yourself into growing in patience, right? Get yourself into growing in obedience, right? First, obedience in Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi, obedience in your role, right? And then just repeat it over and over again, right? So again, you know, this is just a commentary on, you know, the ransom of Yahawashi. I didn't go into no scriptures, quoted, spoke about a few things, but Lord willing, this motivate you and it make you think of Yahawashi on what he done for you, right? And it's not like something you think about and then let it go. If we really think about the time, the Lord's time, one day is 1,000 to him. So Yahawashi was here 2 days ago, literally, you know. So you got to think him laying himself down for us like literally just happened in their time frame, but for us it might feel like a long time, right? But when you start growing in the spirit, it make you want to haste. If you want the kingdom, your movement should be different, your schedule should be different, right? Your movement for your mental, your body, your health should be different. Let alone when we got a household in this family, right? That's why I like my job, because I do lift a little, I'm moving a lot, right? Because it helps me work, move my body in a certain way, right? We have to prepare for what's to come, and we have to be able to endure what's going to come and endure what we have right in front of us, because Yahawashi didn't do that for nothing. He did it for the elect, right? So I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahawashi. Amen. Shalom.